वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जशोदानंदना जय व्रजजनरंजना जय जमुनधिरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे कृष्णा. So you're slightly late. We can always blame it on the Bangalore traffic and then feel guilt free. Anyway, so today is a very, very auspicious day. This is the day of the appearance of Advaita Acharya. So on this day, we will, oh, not connected to internet. I think it's connected now. No, I connected to my phone. What happened? You connect to Wi-Fi? So let's do the auspicious invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Jnanatimanandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sagitam Vishnu Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं मंगलं गायत्रीं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं देवतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं चैतन्यमीश्वरं कथाञ्चन स्मृतेऽस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् स्मृते प्रीतं स्यात् श्री चैतन्यं नमामि तम्. So since today is the appearance day of Advaita Acharya, we'll also chant the pranam mantras of Advaita Acharya, which is part of the Mangalacharan of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So there is beautiful explanation which Krishna Kaviraj Goswami gives for these mantras. We'll try to go through this explanation in order to appreciate the glory of Advaita Acharya. Mahavishnu Jagatkarta Mayaya Sajatyadaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishwaraha. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. Advaitam Harina Advaitat Acharyam Bhakti Shamsanad Bhaktavatarami Tam Advaita Acharya Ashraye. Because he is not different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter from him. Okay. So, these are the two verses. Then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami goes on to explain the importance of these verses. We will just go through the set of verses and then we will read also. See, Advaita Acharya is indeed directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. His glory is beyond the conception of the ordinary living beings. Okay. Mahavishnu performs all the functions for the creation of the universe, and Sri Advaita Acharya is his direct incarnation. The Purusha creates and maintains with his external energy. He creates innumerable universes in his pastime. By his will, he maintains them by unlimited forms in which he enters each and every universe. Sri Advaita Acharya is the plenary part of the Purusha and he is not different from him. Indeed, Sri Advaita is not separate but another form of that Purusha. He helps in the pastimes of the Purusha with whose material energy and by whose will he creates innumerable universes. Being a reservoir of all auspicious attributes, Sri Advaita Acharya is all auspicious for the world. His characteristics and activities and names are always auspicious. Jagat Mangala Advaita, Mangala Gunadhama, Mangala Charita Sada, Mangala Yandranama. So Advaita Acharya is also called as Mangala. Hmm? Purport. So Sri Advaita Acharya, who is an incarnation of Mahavishnu, is an Acharya or a teacher. All his activities and all other activities of Vishnu are auspicious. Anyone who can view all auspiciousness in his pastimes of Lord Vishnu are also become auspicious simultaneously. Therefore, since Lord Vishnu is the fountainhead of auspiciousness, anyone who is attracted by the devotional service of the Lord Vishnu can render the greatest service to humanity. Rejected by the persons of the material world who refuse to understand the pure devotional service as eternal function of the living entities and as actual liberation from the living beings from conditioned life, being bereft of all devotional service because of their poor fund of knowledge. In the teachings of Advaita Prabhu, there is no question of fruitive activities or impersonal liberation. Bewildered by the spill of material energy, however, persons who could not understand that Advaita Prabhu is not different from Vishnu wanted to follow him in their impersonal conception. The attempt of Advaita Prabhu to punish them is also auspicious. Lord Vishnu and his activities can bestow all good fortune directly and indirectly. In other words, being favored by Lord Vishnu and being punished by Lord Vishnu are one and the same because all activities of Vishnu are absolute. According to some, Mangala is another name of Advaita Prabhu as the causal incarnation or Lord Vishnu's incarnation for a particular occasion. He is the supply agent or ingredient in material nature. However, he is never to be considered material. All his activities are spiritual. Anyone who hears about and glorifies him becomes glorified himself. For such activities, free from all kinds of misfortune. One should not invest any material contamination or impersonalism in the Vishnu form. Everyone should try to understand the real identity of Lord Vishnu, for by such knowledge one can attain the highest stage of perfection. Hari Om Tat Sat. So today we are very fortunate because we are celebrating the appearance of Advaita Acharya. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that Mahaprabhu is actually an incarnation of mercy, and that also a type of mercy which was never offered before. Anarpita Charanchirat Karnayavatirana Kalau Samatpayitum Unnada Ujjalasam Swabhakti Shriyam. So Mahaprabhu came to offer a certain type of devotion which was never offered before. I think you should turn this little bit, otherwise, I think these both are. So Mahaprabhu came to offer something which was never offered before. What was never offered before? Love of Godhead, the way Mahaprabhu offered it was never offered before. It is not that love of Godhead was not offered before. To go to Vaikuntha, love of Godhead is required. Without love of Godhead, one cannot go to Vaikuntha. So it's not that um, love of Godhead was not offered, but then how it was offered, that was never offered before. So there are two qualities of the offering of Lord Chaitanya which actually makes this offering very, very unique. Why it was not offered before? The first quality of the offering is that the patra, श्री श्री जनाब शोधर महारानी की, श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, गौरनिताय जी की, गौर प्रेमानंदे. So the first important point is the patra. So when we say offering, then it involves two parties: the person who is giving and the person who is receiving. The very word offering involves two parties. So someone is giving, someone is receiving. So in this case, the person who is receiving is called as patra because he is the one who is receiving. Now, in Kali Yuga, we are not the patra to receive love of Godhead because in Kali Yuga, people don't have the qualification to receive love of Godhead. People have the qualification to quickly go to hell. That is why if you see, everybody is going quickly everywhere. In Kali Yuga, nobody has time. Everybody is going quickly everywhere. Why? That's the reason, right? So we don't have the qualification. We are not the patra in Kali Yuga. But in spite of not being the patra, in spite of not having the qualification, Mahaprabhu incarnated to create the qualification and then give that love of Godhead to us. So that is the first unique nature of Mahaprabhu's offering. That he actually created qualification in those who don't have qualification. This is the first unique nature. The second unique nature of Mahaprabhu's offering is that Mahaprabhu offered something which was bereft of the idea of God is great. He offered something which is filled with the idea that God is sweet. So, therefore, that makes it very unique. So these are the two unique natures of offering of Mahaprabhu. So therefore, he was glorified rightly by Rupa Goswami as Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurat Vijay Namaha. But Mahaprabhu did not come alone to give that offering. So he did not come alone to give that offering. He actually came with all his associates. Why did he come with his associates to give that offering? So there is an important reason for it. The reason for it is that in Kali Yuga, we have intelligence which is very, very less. Prayana alpaisha sabda kalavasmin jana manda sumanda madayo manda bhagye nahi upadrataha. So in Kali Yuga, we cannot follow anything by hearing. If someone tells us how to do things, it's very difficult for us to follow. Okay. If you just give instruction that you do it, very difficult for us to follow. First time when I wanted to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then my Siksha Guru, he took the mala and then he showed me, this is how you should hold the mala, this is how you should not do it, you should keep the finger outside, then this is how you should roll, and you should be very careful to hold the bead, each mantra, and then you should chant. So if he had tried to explain to me verbally what I should do, I would not have understood. Because he was having it in his hand and he was showing it, I was seeing it, then I understood. Yes, this is how it should be done. Okay. So in Kali Yuga, seeing is believing. You have to see. If you see, then you can believe. So therefore, the Lord wanted to actually demonstrate to all of us how to practice this, this religious principle of chanting the holy name in Kali Yuga, which is very difficult time to follow religious principles. So therefore, he came with all his associates. And he actually practically showed us that this is how the chanting of the holy name is done. And this is the problems you can face in chanting of the holy name. These are the misunderstandings which can happen in a devotee society. And this is how you should resolve these misunderstandings. Everything he showed. So therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a practical manual. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, they are like practical manuals where we are getting a full demonstration of how to practice devotional service in Kali Yuga. So therefore, this is the unique nature of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So that is very nice. But then, if we really ask that Lord Chaitanya is supremely merciful, if we ask this question, then there may be some different opinions about this. So, what is the opinion some devotees have? They say that Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, but the person who is drilling behind is even more merciful. Why? Because only when you are disturbed, then you can concentrate. He's doing some service, that is his service. But are you doing your service? Are you thinking about drilling or are you thinking about Lord Advaita? It's very important to know where your focus is. Okay, anyway. The point is, somebody may say that Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, but there are other devotees who say Nityananda is very merciful. Why? Because they say that Lord Chaitanya wanted to give his mercy to everybody, but Nityananda is the one who actually carried that mercy. You need some carrier for this mercy. He is the one who carried this mercy. He is the one who found Jagai Mada. He is the one who distributed to everybody. So he is the one who is going around Akroda Paramananda, Nityananda Rai, Abhimanya Sunya Nitai, Nagare Berai. Means that he is going everywhere and then he is seeing Papi, Tapi, everybody, and then he is giving them mercy, take, like that. Okay. So then somebody may say that Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. Then we need to also examine, is Nityananda Prabhu the most merciful? Then we may find that no, maybe yes, but then there is one more personality who is generally very silent. Generally very silent. We don't talk much about him, but the nature of his mercy, then it surpasses everybody's mercy because he raised his voice when it was really required. He raised his voice when it was really required. So, by the Lord's arrangement, Advaita Acharya, he came in order to invite Lord Chaitanya to the material world. When he came to this material world was flourishing in its own way. It was flourishing in its own way. A lot of pious activity was going on. People were praying to Durga and Chandi, and especially Navadipa. So many people were there. Navadipa was just filled with scholarly people. All the scholarly people, they were just trying to display their scholarship as a matter of pride. See, I am greater scholar than you. I can defeat you by logic. You cannot defeat me by logic. So they were all arguing with each other on the basis of scriptures, on the basis of mimamsa, on the basis of nyaya. They were making so many arguments with each other. They were trying to collect so many students. There are many schools. There are many different philosophies being taught. All this was going on in Navadipa. But nobody was caring to chant the holy name. Even if somebody took Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, they were not explaining it in such a way that we can understand that bhakti is the essence of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. There are many explanations of Bhagavad Gita. There are some very famous explanations of Bhagavad Gita. When I was actually a young boy, I picked up one Bhagavad Gita, which is very famous. Everybody knows that Bhagavad Gita. So I picked up that Bhagavad Gita and I started reading as a teenager because I wanted to know what is Bhagavad Gita. I had some vague idea about it, so I thought at least I will know about it. Then I read so many things which were so confusing: individual consciousness, universal consciousness, that consciousness. Then I was looking for Krishna somewhere in between, whether he's there or not. I couldn't find. No Krishna, only confusion. Then I thought, okay, this is all meant for some high level people. So I just threw it away and then I left it as it is. But when I opened Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, it's so clear, even in the preface. Prabhupada says, Krishna wants you to surrender. Krishna wants it. Krishna demands it. From beginning to end, there is only Krishna. It is so easy to understand. So people are trying to explain Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam in a very complicated way, even those times. And nobody was chanting the holy name except few Vaishnavas. Some Brahmins would actually traditionally chant the holy name while dipping in Ganga. They may say Hari Hari Govinda Govinda Hari 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 like that. So the situation was very bad. Situation was very bad. It was very crazy. People are spending so much money in marriages. In Kali Yuga, they have the fad, no? This big fat weddings. It started from that time itself. They were having big fat weddings, and people are getting so much money in marriages. They are splashing so much money, and then son is married, daughter is married. Now nobody else to do. What to do? Get your dog and my dog married. So they were conducting marriages like this: dog marriage, cat marriage, simply out of prestige. They were doing so much nonsense. Then Advaita Acharya, he took so much mercy on all of them. And he was thinking that if the Lord himself doesn't descend to this material world, how these people will get delivered? Now, we saw that Advaita Acharya is not different from Vishnu. We saw this. But he is very different from Vishnu. Why he is very different from Vishnu? There is a major difference is there between Advaita Acharya and Vishnu. What Vishnu does, Vishnu creates this material world, he puts all the jivas into the material world and he kicks them according to their karma. Then they will go around according to their karma, they will do this, they will do that, and Vishnu will keep watching. Hey, what you are doing? He will not interfere into what we are doing. He will not interfere into what we are doing. He will not, he will just set forth the creation into motion, and then you have to just go through the whole creative process. You have to be born, you should die, you should become old, all these things. He will not interfere into this, what bodies we are getting, what is happening. He just set the rules and regulations and no interference. But when Advaita Acharya, when the same Vishnu, when he takes incarnation as Advaita Acharya, as an associate of Lord Chaitanya, his mood is very different. His mood is simply how to deliver everybody. His mood is simply how to deliver everybody. He is the Vishnu who is thinking of getting us out of the material world. Other Vishnus are what they are doing? They are actually getting us into the material world. Advaita Acharya is that incarnation of Vishnu who is thinking of getting us out of this material world. How to get these people out of this material world, how to send them to Goloka, how to send them to Vaikuntha. This is what he is thinking. And in order to achieve that goal, therefore, Advaita Acharya, he decided to call Lord Chaitanya. Everybody knows that Advaita Acharya was doing puja on the bank of Ganga. He was offering Ganga water to Shalagram Shila. He was offering Tulsi leaves to Shalagram Shila. And he was very loudly calling out. He was calling out, Hey Krishna! Hey Govinda! Hey Gopala! Hey Madhava! Hey Madhusudana! So we are also calling out, he is also calling out. What is the difference? What is the difference? When he was calling, it was heard all the way up to Goloka. Huh? When Advaita Acharya was calling, it was heard all the way up to Goloka. Going all the way up to Vaikuntha, all the way up to Goloka. And Krishna is saying, hey, who is calling me like this? So loudly, so loudly. He's called Advaita Simha. He's called what? Advaita Simha. He's lion. Advaita is like a lion. And he's calling out so loud that the Lord is looking from Goloka. Oh, who is calling me? Why he is calling me? That Advaita, out of his great compassion, the two components of Advaita's calling out. One component is compassion, that is very closely connected to us. If he had not called Lord Chaitanya, we will not be sitting here. There's so much connection between Advaita Acharya and us. If he had not called Lord Chaitanya at this time, today we will not be sitting here. We are all sitting here. We have the good fortune of practicing Krishna consciousness. We have the good fortune of receiving Lord Chaitanya's mercy simply because Advaita Acharya called Krishna so loudly to come and appear here in this material world as Lord Chaitanya. So now who is more merciful? Who is more merciful? You see, there is a tough competition. It is not very easy to be more merciful. Very tough competition. Everybody is making competition. When Gadadhar Pandit's appearance time comes, then I will come and say that there is real competition. There is real competition. And that competition is good for us because we need as much mercy as possible. So therefore, that competition in the Panchatattva, that am I more merciful, are you more merciful, are he more merciful, he more merciful. This is the most important competition we should watch, not T20, T20, T30 and all. We are watching some useless competition, sitting in front of TV and watching, hey, what is this competition? No, no use. You watch the competition of mercy between Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas. You watch this competition because this competition will make our life auspicious. It will make our life auspicious. So this way, he actually called Lord Chaitanya and then he made Lord Chaitanya appear. So, because he came before and he was initiated by Madhavendra Puri, he was the god brother of Ishwara Puri, who is the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya always treated Advaita Acharya as equal to his spiritual master. It's a very important thing to note that how to treat the god brothers of our spiritual master. That we should not think that, oh, Gurudev is coming, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, jump up and jump down, and his god brother is coming. Okay, okay. ठीक है. No, this is Kanishta mentality. This is Kanishta mentality. So we should know how to treat the God brothers of our spiritual master in the equal footing of our spiritual master. So Mahaprabhu is teaching us that how to treat. So always he considered Advaita Acharya as equal to his spiritual master. So always he addressed Advaita Acharya with great respect. But what Advaita Acharya was doing, he was not enjoying that respect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am senior devotee. I know. Chaitanya also knows I am senior devotee. Huh? I am senior devotee. I am god brother of his spiritual master. No. He took great pride in declaring that I am servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya. Huh? Always he was saying, I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya. So that mood Advaita Acharya is trying to bring in us. It's a very important mood for us to understand. It is very easy in this material world to actually become very proud because Kali Yuga, naturally that pride is there. Even though we are most unqualified, we are also the most proud. Whatever little we have, we want to immediately flaunt. I am this, I am that, I am like this, I am like that. We want to show. This Kali Yuga is a yuga of show off. The whole social media is filled with show off. That I am influencer, I am that influencer, and finally, after some time, they will commit suicide also. Arey, you are influencer, you are having so many followers. Why did you commit suicide? Because there is so much of going inside. Only outside is show off. Inside is empty. Uh, so Kaliga, there's a lot of show off. No, we should actually not become proud by observing Advaita Acharya. We should not become proud. We should become very humble. We should take that mood which Advaita Acharya is teaching us. What is that mood he is teaching? What is the mood he is teaching? What is the mood he is teaching? Servant of whom? I am servant of Michael Jackson. Is what he is teaching? No. Servant of whom? Lord Chaitanya. What he is teaching? He is teaching that we should be servant of Lord Chaitanya. Very, very important lesson we should learn from Advaita Acharya. And what does that mean? We are servant of every devotee whom we see. Huh? We cannot think that, oh, this devotee is my servant. No, we are supposed to serve devotees. According to our different services, we should always keep this mood of being a servant. So this is one important lesson we learn from Lord Chaitanya, from Advaita Acharya. And then one time it happened that Advaita Acharya was very, very anxious. He's always thinking that Lord Chaitanya is always giving me so much respect, so much respect. And I'm really not able to relish that rasa of being his servant. I'm not able to relish that rasa. So therefore he made a vow that I will break this mood of Lord Chaitanya. I will make him treat like that I am his servant. So therefore he did something very strange. He started teaching impersonal philosophy. Uh-huh. And when he started teaching impersonal philosophy, when Lord Chaitanya came to know this, he became very, very angry. He went to Advaita Acharya's house, he took a stick and started beating him. Tap, 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 he was beating him. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I was sleeping on the snake. You simply disturbed me. You called me here. You made me do so much pastimes. And then now you are saying that everything is impersonal. How can you do this? Beating him, beating him. And what Advaita Acharya is doing? He is laughing. He is laughing. He is getting beating, but he is not crying. He is laughing. He is saying, see, 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 I showed who is the master. I showed who is the master. So you are very happy in showing that the Lord is the master. And in this, from this pastime, we should learn one more important lesson. What is that? We should be very happy to get chastised by our authorities. Huh? What is that? Very important lesson. What is that? We should be very happy to get chastised by our authorities. We should not become morose when our authorities are chastising us. When spiritual master is chastising, when authorities are chastising, that is our good fortune. That is our good fortune. They are actually showing us our position. You are servant. You are not master. So when we become unhappy, what does that mean? It means that I want to become master. My ego is hurting me. That how can I be chastised? I am big man. I studied so much. I did this degree, I did that degree, and now I am coming here mopping the floor, and somebody is chastising me for not mopping the floor properly. Do they know my qualification? Hmm? I am such a qualified person mopping the floor. They should actually take the dust off my lotus feet. But why they are not taking? Why they are chastising me? No, we should have humility. We should be very happy when we are being put in our place that you are the servant, you are not the master. We should be very happy to be put in our place that we are servants. We should be very happy because this is our disease. Our disease is that why we are in this material world, because we are so much conditioned to this idea that I am the master. So much conditioned to this idea. So when that idea is getting broken, when we are being put in our place, we are being shown that we are the servant, we should be the most happiest person. That is what Advaita Acharya is teaching by this wonderful pastime. That Advaita Acharya, he was so happy to be punished by uh, Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya, actually, he was exhibiting his Mahaprakash Lila. He was actually showing that how he is supreme. Normally, Lord Chaitanya, is always taking the position of a devotee. He is not showing his supremacy. Sometimes he shows, but then quickly he comes to this mood of being a devotee. But this time, Lord Chaitanya, he was sitting in Shiva's house and in Shiva's Angan, and he was actually exhibiting his whole opulence as the supreme Lord. and he was calling everybody. He was calling everybody, and he was giving them love of Godhead. But he was not calling one personality. Who was he was not calling? He was not calling his own mother. So then everybody came and they asked Lord Chaitanya that you are giving love of Godhead to everybody. So many people you are giving love of Godhead. What about your own mother? Then Lord Chaitanya said, no, I cannot give love of Godhead to her because she is actually offender. Then people got shocked. They're thinking how she can be offender. She is the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How she can be offender? How she can make offense? Then she said, you see, actually, she was very unhappy with Advaita Acharya. Because my brother, when he took sannyas, somehow or other she was thinking that because of this person, he has taken sannyas. Now, when Lord Chaitanya was a small boy, he always used to go to Advaita Acharya's house and used to go and play there in Advaita Acharya's house. Huh? But then Mother Sachi was always worried. Oh, this boy is going associating with that Brahman, and this Brahman will make this fellow herself sannyasi. Huh? She was very worried like that. So she was not very happy for Lord Chaitanya to go to Advaita Acharya's house. So therefore, it became an offense that feeling, even though she never mentioned to anybody, that feeling she had in her heart actually became an offense. Huh? So, therefore, Lord said that she is not qualified to get dust of her lotus feet. Then what is the thing? Then they said, no, she should get the dust of Advaita Acharya's feet and she should sprinkle on her head. She should fall at his feet and take forgiveness. So then all the devotees went to Advaita Acharya and then they said that, see, this is the situation. What to do? Advaita said, what great offense is this? How can I allow Sachimata to touch my feet? How can I allow her to take dust from my feet? What is going to happen? Huh? I will go eternally to hell. How can this happen? Huh? So then he became very upset. He is thinking, what is this so much, so much? So you see the mood of these two devotees. Sachimata is so much eager to beg forgiveness from Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya, he did not even consider offense. Even though it was told she is unhappy, and he was thinking that he has become offender by putting himself in the situation that she has to come and beg forgiveness. So this mood of Advaita Acharya is very, very important for us to know. From this pastime, we can understand two things. One is that we should be very careful to avoid Vaishnava Parad because that is the greatest impediment to achieve love of Godhead. To achieve love of Godhead. This is from one side. Other side, even if there is some discrepancy in the way someone is dealing with us, we should never take offense. We should never take offense. Huh? That there may be some discrepancy in somebody dealing with us, it's okay. Everybody is going through their own journey of Krishna consciousness. They are not perfect, we are not perfect. We should actually remain humble. We should pray for them. We should pray for ourselves also. That we should pray for them that that let the discrepancy be over. And we should pray for ourselves. Let not any offensive mentality come and sit in my heart against the devotee. Very, very important lesson Advaita Acharya is teaching. That importance of avoiding Vaishnava Parad and importance of having this very, very humble mood. And then Advaita Acharya and so when Mahaprabhu went to take sannyas, and when he took sannyas, and when he then he sent his associate to Navadip to inform all the Navadip Vasis that I have taken sannyas now. So when he came and when he informed this that he has taken sannyas, then whole of Navadip became stunned. First of all, they were crying because he actually went and he crossed Ganga. So even today, that ghat where Lord Chaitanya crossed Ganga, it is called as Nidoya Ghat. Huh? Why it was called Nidoya Ghat? Because it is called Nirdaya Ghat. Nirdaya means the ghat which does not have any compassion. So from that Nirdaya Ghat, it came to be known as Nidoya Ghat. Huh? So they were thinking, how can this ghat allow Lord Chaitanya to cross Ganga? This ghat is so without compassion, never thought about us, what will happen to us. Simply it allowed Lord Chaitanya to cross Ganga. So let us just give the name to this ghat, Nirdaya Ghat. So that's how that name came, Nirdaya Ghat. So then he told, then when the actual message came that he has taken sannyas, so all the Navadip Vasis, they decided that there is no use of maintaining our life anymore. If we cannot see Lord Chaitanya, what is the use of maintaining life? Even those who are actually inimical to Lord Chaitanya, even those people who criticize Lord Chaitanya, they became very morose, they became very remorseful. They started thinking, oh, Lord Chaitanya has taken sannyas, we did not know his greatness, we are thinking that he is simply a householder, we have criticized him so many ways, now what kind of offense we have done, why we should maintain our life, let us give up our life. And the foremost among them was Advaita Acharya. He just could not take this separation from Lord Chaitanya. He was thinking that let me just fast and let me just finish my life. I don't want to live anymore. What is the use of living and maintaining the body if we cannot be with Lord Chaitanya? So, this mood is very, very important for us to understand that we should understand it is a waste of time if we are trying to live without Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not some side business which we are doing. It's not that, okay, I am living, I am doing so many things. Along with that, Krishna consciousness is also something which I am doing, which is nice. I like it. I like it. I like the prasadam. I like the chanting. I like the nice place. They have wonderful place. I like to see the deities. They are very beautiful. I like this. But along with this, there are many other things also I like. I like to make money. I like to make big house. I like to make big car. I like to have big property. There's a lot of things I like, and along with those all those things I like, I have written Krishna consciousness also one line there that I like Krishna consciousness. No, that is not the thing. Advaita Acharya is actually teaching us that if we cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, if we cannot participate in the pastime of Lord Chaitanya, our life becomes wasted. There's no meaning to our life if we are not associated with Lord Chaitanya and his pastimes. Our life becomes meaningful when we are associated with that. Then seeing the mood of all the Navadipasis, seeing the mood of all those people, then Lord Chaitanya actually he arranged for some voice in the sky to come, and then that voice in the sky said, "Don't worry, you will get opportunity to associate with Lord Chaitanya, and you will get opportunity to be with him, even though he has taken sannyas." By hearing that voice, they all become satisfied, and they all become very happy. And Lord Chaitanya, he chose to come to Advaita Acharya's house after taking sannyas because there was so much of separation between Lord Chaitanya's associates and Lord Chaitanya that after taking sannyas, they were all so morose, they were all crying, crying, crying. Then Lord Chaitanya decided, okay, I will go to Advaita Acharya's house, I will stay there, and the people from Navadip, they can actually come and see me. So this way, Lord Chaitanya went and stayed in Advaita Acharya's house. And then there is very beautiful description in Chaitanya Bhagavat that how people went to see Lord Chaitanya in Advaita Acharya's house. They were trying to cross Ganga, and so many boats were coming, and so many people got into the boat also. And the boat got so much overloaded. Suppose a boat is supposed to take 500 people, 1,000 people got into the boat. The boat got so much overloaded that when it started moving, the boat capsized. Uh, and all of them went into Ganges. But even though all of them went into Ganges, whether they know swimming or whether they don't know swimming, none of them drowned in Ganges. Why? They were all already drowned in the love for Lord Chaitanya. So therefore, they did not get drowned in Ganges. That love for Lord Chaitanya they had, it actually made them float through the Ganges. They didn't even realize how they reached, but somehow they reached the other part. And then they came out, they did not realize that they got into the boat got overloaded, and boat got capsized. They actually went into Ganga and they came and they crossed Ganga. They didn't even realize that. Why? They were so much eager to see Lord Chaitanya that they didn't realize what is happening in between. That their only focus was to see Lord Chaitanya. And they were thinking, how fortunate is Advaita Acharya that Lord Chaitanya has come to his house. Let us all go and see him. So thousands and thousands of people went to see Lord Chaitanya in Advaita Acharya's house in the Advaita Bari. And that pastime actually teaches a very, very important lesson to us. That lesson is how eager we are to see the deities. How eager we are to see the deities. And the deities are there. They are always waiting for us. They are waiting to give darshan. That pujaris are opening exactly on time. They are closing exactly on time. How eager we are to see the deities. Uh, are we very eager to see the deity? Or we are thinking, okay, same Jagannath, every day he is sitting. Dress also, I know they will rotate. Uh, so, what is the big deal? I'll go and see when I have time. Do we think like that? Or we are so eager to see Jagannath that we keep running, become running. Oh, now the Mangalarti time, oh, Dasharati time, let's go running, running before the darshan closes, let us catch some darshan. Do we have that eagerness? Uh, so, very wonderful pastime, which actually shows that how much eager we should see the deities. Then I'll speak of what is the time? 10 minutes. Okay, I'll speak of last pastime and then I'll leave some time for question answer. Okay. So after the Gundicha Marjana, then all the different associates of Lord Chaitanya, they were sitting and eating. They were all having prasadam, honoring prasadam together. That time Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya are sitting next to each other. So Nityananda Prabhu's great pastime is to actually throw some very insulting words to Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya's great pastime is to throw insult back to Nityananda Prabhu. Even though they are pulling each other's leg, looks like they are actually insulting each other, but actually they are glorifying each other. Uh, so that time, Advaita Acharya is telling Nityananda Prabhu that you see what is my fate. I am sitting near one person. I don't know what is his birth. I don't know what is his family lineage. He is completely madman. I am not supposed to sit and eat near him. For a sannyasi, it is okay. He can allow anybody to sit and eat near. But I am a grahastha. I should be very careful with whom I am sitting, with whom I am eating, because that will decide my destination. So I don't know what kind of destination I am going to get by sitting and eating near this personality. Like that, he made one comment. Then immediately Nityananda Prabhu replied that comment. He said, "My dear sir, you should not be worried about who is sitting near you. I should be worried about who is sitting near me. Because your name itself is Advaita. Your name itself is Advaita, means that you are the greatest monist. You are the greatest monist. You are the person who is talking about monist philosophy. You are Acharya of Advaita. Now you see my situation. I am having so much great misfortune that I have to sit and eat near you. I should be worried more than you. You are saying. So, what is the import of this meaning when he actually said that you are the great Acharya of Advaita? So, the import of this meaning is that Advaita Acharya is teaching a very, very important philosophy through devotional service. What is that important philosophy and what is the knowledge he is giving? He is giving a knowledge of Advaya Jnana, not Advaita Jnana. He is giving the knowledge of Advaya Jnana. Advaya Jnana means that the understanding that in one sense, everything that is manifested is non different from Krishna. Even though Krishna is different from everything that is manifested, but everything that is manifested is non different from Krishna because they are simply manifestations of his energies in variety. So, therefore, he is giving that very important knowledge of how to recognize Krishna in each and everything which we see, each and everything which we deal with. This is very important for us because we may think that Krishna is in the deity form. And in order to see Krishna, we have to come to the temple. Yes, he is in the deity form. In order to see Krishna, we should definitely come to the temple. We should have great enthusiasm to see him. But at the same time, we should also recognize that everything belongs to Krishna. Ishavashyam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to Krishna. We are simply custodians of Krishna's property, including this body which we have. Everything belongs to Krishna. We are simply custodians of Krishna's property. So, therefore, we should utilize everything for the pleasure of the owner, who is Krishna. This is the essence of devotional service. This is the essence of Advaya Jnana. This is the essence of Advaya Jnana. This is the essence of devotional service. That Everything actually belongs to Krishna. This is the highest explanation of monism. Monism does not mean that there is nothing, no variety, all is Brahman, Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. That is not monism. Real monism is to understand that there is one owner who is Krishna. And he, by his energies, is divided into many varieties. So, therefore, the duty of those many varieties is simply to serve for Krishna's pleasure. So, this explanation which Advaita Acharya is giving for devotional service is the most important explanation, because by such explanation we can understand how to profitably deal with this material world and how not to get attached to this material world while dealing with this material world. So, therefore, Advaita Acharya's glories are unlimited. His pastimes are also unlimited. His teachings are also unlimited. So, we can speak many things, but we are also constrained by time. So we will stop here, and then let me see if there are some questions, comments, or some corrections or something. This is the time for you to. That hand went first. What is monism? Monism means that some people think that there is no variety. In spiritual world, there is no variety. Everything is same. Like for example, some people think spirituality means light, Jyoti. That ultimately everything is Jyoti. So everybody should go and merge in the Jyoti. Some people have this idea. Uh, Therefore, they think that there is no differentiation between one God and another God. They say that all gods are same. You worship any god, everything is same only. You don't have to make some big fuss about it. Uh, so simply you worship God till you understand that you are God. So when you understand that you are God, then you don't have to worship God because I have become one with God. Correct, no? So this is called the impersonal monistic philosophy. But this impersonal monistic philosophy is the most dangerous philosophy. It is better to be an atheist than a monist, because at least the atheist is openly saying that there is no God. A monist is looking as if that he is praying to God, but he is hiding this idea that there is no God. So therefore, our acharyas have said that there is no difference between those who are monist and those who are atheist, and we should not have their association. Why we should not have their association? Because their association will take us to hell, because they become Krishna aparadi. They become Krishna aparadi. They are offending Krishna by saying that there is no Krishna. Krishna has no form. Krishna has no hands. Krishna has no legs. So by saying all this, they are offending Krishna. So that kind of philosophy, we should not become victim of that. Okay. श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव शोधर महारानी की, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की, गौरताज जी की, गौर प्रेमानंदे. Okay, yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, how the Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of Sadasiva?
Yeah, so see, he is the both the efficient and the material cause. Advaita Acharya is both the efficient cause and the material cause of the creation. As efficient cause, he is the incarnation of Vishnu, and as material cause, he is the incarnation of Sadashiva. It's clear?
Thank you.
Huh? Yeah, when you make a pot, okay, so the potter is the efficient cause. He is making the pot to happen. The mud, the water, the fire is the material cause, because these are the material ingredients which are making the pot to happen. Right? Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji, yes, why Advaita Acharya had to call Lord Chaitanya for preaching? He is Lord Vishnu. He can make devotees.
Yeah, this is a very nice question. Because first of all, Krishna himself wanted to come, because Rukmini had challenged him. She had already told him that I know things which you don't know. Okay, so already he was kind of ready to come. He wanted to explore that whole thing. That What is that Radharani and Rukmini know, which I don't know? So he wanted to explore that whole thing. So there was already, he was waiting to come, number one. Number two is that only when Krishna comes, he can give Krishna Prema. When Narayana comes, he can give Narayana Prema. Because he can give Prema for him, but he cannot give Krishna Prema. So for giving Krishna Prema, Krishna has to come. But when Krishna comes as Krishna, he doesn't give Krishna Prema. He only shows how Krishna Prema is. Okay, and he wants us to work to get it. Right? But then it's very difficult to work to get Krishna Prema. It's very difficult. That sadhana is very difficult. So therefore, Krishna himself, in order to make it easy, then he comes as Lord Chaitanya, so that he can just give it away. He can just give it away. So that only Krishna can do. So therefore, he has to come. So who is more merciful? We can have big debate about it. Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Advaita Acharya ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Premanande. Thank you very much. Yes. Now is mic drop.